Morning guys, what's your Stephen at you? It's about 6:30 in the morning. Bit early for me. Just waiting for the BBC to come on location with me. We're doing a live interview about magnet fishing, as I'd mentioned in another bulletin that I put out. I think it's with Anna today on the breakfast show, BBC Norfolk. And I'm just waiting for them to arrive at the moment. They said around about 7 o'clock. We're down at Bishopgate Bridge in the city of Norwich, and we're going to do a little bit of magnet fishing, show them what it's all about, explain what it's all about, and hopefully I'll get some good footage up, guys, of the interview. We'll have the radio broadcast as well. Hopefully one or two of you tuned in when it was live. That'd be nice. And we'll catch you later, guys. Till then, ta-da. This is the location where I'll be doing the live broadcast from, guys. Bishopgate Bridge, Norwich. That pub over there, the Red Lion. I used to be chef over there a few years ago, believe it or not. And we're going to do a bit of magnet fishing down there. This is a very, very old bridge. There's been a river crossing here. It's one of the first river crossings in Norfolk, in Norwich, in the city. Back in the 1200s, I believe, 800 years ago. Then it was took over by the cathedral, Norwich Cathedral, and the monks built this bridge, I think about 1300. They had a tower on the bridge. I don't know whether you can see that balustrade sticking out. That's where the tower used to be, the toll tower for the monks. They used to own the bridge. I think that was about 1250, and everybody had to pay a toll to go across the bridge in their carts and the ox and whatever. And I think Queen Elizabeth I went across this bridge in 1500, and also it was the site of Keith's rebellion as well. The guards on the bridge held off the rebellion for some time, but the rebellion went through Keith's army, and there's still cannon shot holes in Cowes Tower further down the river from here. We're going to have a magnet fish down there hopefully once these guys arrive from BBC. I think the van just pulled up down there, so it's got a lot of history, this bridge. It's one of the oldest in commission bridges in England. Nearly 800 years old. Lovely place. Right, we'll wait for these guys to come.
Oh, this is so exciting. So
You'll be on my YouTube channel as well.
hey, cool. Hi guys.
This is Anna from BBC.
Hello.
Welcome to LNT.
This is nice. Hello. I'm all happy. Very happy. Haven't got anything.
Right, we're about to go live. Are we filming? Yep. Just waiting for the signal to go. Hopefully one or two of you are listening on the radio when it's broadcast.
Just in the travel.
Studio.
We've got Nick Conrad, we've got Dream Team today.
morning, welcome to the programme, 7:19. Thank you for choosing Nick Conrad at breakfast on BBC Radio Norfolk. Have you heard of magnet fishing? It's a growing hobby that sometimes causes such a big bang. The bomb squad get called in. It's ridiculous, isn't it? Magnet fishing is the damp version of detectoring, which has got a huge following, hasn't it? Going out with the detector in the countryside, waiting for that beep, and then digging down deep to see which treasures are below. It involves throwing a strong magnet attached to a rope into the river and pulling up whatever treasures lie at the bottom. Sometimes it might be something like an old bike wheel or a few pennies, but on a few occasions, magneteers have pulled up unexploded bombs. In fact, an old Second World War grenade was pulled out of the river at Norwich just a week ago. There's now been so many instances that the Bomb Disposal Squadron based near Peterborough have put out a warning about magnet fishing. So, of course, Anna Perrott has gone to dip her rod in this morning, and she's live.
I certainly have, Nick. I am based on the River Wensum, at the bottom of Gashill, just by, along Riverside Road, by the Red Lion pub. And I'm with Stephen Bennett, who... And well, shall we have a go, Steve? And I think it's time. Come forward and just show me what we've got here.
Good morning, Nick. Good morning, studio and listeners. Hello, Anna. Yes, magnet fishing, it seems to be a popular sport at the moment, a pastime. It's quite cheap as well. It's easy just buy a magnet, get one off eBay to start with, around about 20 quid, depending on what power. The one I'm using today, I've got a power cord rope, which I've tied to the bank so I don't lose it when I throw it in. And it's got a magnet attached to the end of it. I've got various tutorials on my channel, LNT Detectorist, shows you all about magnet fishing, how to set up your magnet, what places to look for, where to go, and it's all free on the rivers. It's not like metal detecting, because that's another part of my channel, metal detecting in the fields with a detector looking for Romans and artifacts. This is more about finding stuff in the rivers. Basically, it's what people throw in the rivers at the end of the day, and the best places... Sorry, Anna.
No, well, let's have a go. Do I just lob it?
Yeah, you just throw it over, just give it a nice... Hold it on your arm like that, let it swing like that, and just throw it over the railing as far as you can.
All right.
We've got the other end tied down.
Okay, so we've got it all tied down. Here we go. So I've got this magnet attached to a bit of rope. I'm going to give it a big old swing. I've got to be careful I don't chuck the microphone out as well. Ready? Go! Did you hear it plop? Off it goes.
Just get the end of the rope there, Anna, and just slowly pull that in.
So where did it all start for you, Stephen, magnet fishing?
It started about 6-7 months ago, because I've got a metal detecting channel, which I go in the fields looking for Romans and silvers and coins. And this is just another aspect of the treasure hunting on my channel, LNT Detectorist. And most of the stuff you get with a magnet, because it's a magnet at the end of the day, you're only going to pick up metal. But there are some fascinating objects that you do find.
What have you found?
All sorts. Mostly it's suspicious items, because obviously people are pulling up with their cars on bridges. You have to find the right spots. The obvious spots, of course, is a bridge, because people are going to stop with their car, anything they don't want, or they need to get rid of very quickly, they're going to open the window and throw it over the bridge.
So what do you do with it then?
And I found several guns. I found shotguns, 2-2 guns, several pistols. There's been safes found, safe deposit boxes with coins and money in, not by myself, but by, various people that I know. There's all sorts been pulled out. There's been bombs, grenades. Obviously, if you get one of those, you need to be very, very careful. Call the police immediately if anything looks suspicious.
There are rules and regulations then for magnet fishing?
Not so much rules and regulations. It's more common sense. If you find anything that looks suspicious, like a grenade or a bomb, just put it to one side, call the police immediately, and they'll send the local bomb disposal squad out, and they'll deal with it accordingly. But with guns, if you do find guns, you're supposed to hand them in, especially anything that's modern, that can be recommissioned. Obviously, the gun laws are very strict in this country. You need to inform the police of those. But I found relic guns, which are not commissionable, and I've kept those, to be honest. There's no way they can be commissioned. So if you just drag that in.
Let's drag that in now. I'm nearly there. Look, I'm trying to yank it at the same time. Here we are. Pull it up. What have I found? Oh, dear.
On the end of there. They say it's mostly metal and tacks. That is a square nail. Now, that's medieval. That is a medieval nail. Any square nail you find is medieval. So you're looking at 200-300 years old maybe for that nail. We've got a few little other... There's another nail there.
What is that attached to it?
I think that's just I don't know what that is. No, that's not magnetic. That was just stuck to the nail. It looks like a pebble. wire there. I say most of it, you have to play your way through the metal and the rubbish. If you do find any rubbish, any big pieces of metal, put them to one side. Don't be careless, be thoughtful. Always be thoughtful for the environment. Don't throw it back in the river. And if it's a big piece of metal, like a railing, call council and they'll collect it for you. Or take it down to the tip yourself. Don't leave it on the side of the bank for other people to fall over. It's just being courteous to the environment. Just taking care, really.
So you're cleaning up as well as finding all sorts. And you found a medieval nail. I'm very impressed with that. I'm going to have another go. Go on then. Have a big old throw. Here we go.
Try and get this one across the river.
Go on then, Stephen. He's got a lasso here almost.
This Bishopgate Bridge here in Norwich is one of the oldest commissionable bridges in England. It is the history to this place, and that's the beauty about being involved in metal detecting. You learn so much history. I mean, I could run down a page of history on this particular bridge, and that's all down to me doing metal detecting. You know, I could stand here for an hour and talk about the history of this bridge. It's amazing. Let's give this a good chuck.
Go on, give it a good chuck. I'll hand back to you, Nick, in the studio. Here's one big plop. Here we go.
Hang on. I'll tell you what we'll do. Right, Stephen, can he hear me?
Yeah.
Right.
No, we can't hear you. No.
All right.
No.
Well, what I'm going to do, I want you guys just to wait there 1 second. I'm going to take a call and I'll come back to you, and then haul that in. Then we'll find out what you've got in this second. Because the fact you've got a medieval nail is unbelievable. It's fantastic. So we'll come back to you in a second. Stay where you are.
So many bridges going through the system. I was planning on doing 2 or more bridges at Norwich on my channel. Do every bridge in a week.
Yeah, that's nice.
We do every bridge. You're not going to pick up the whole or silver, it's a magnet, which is the could be gold and silver coins down, and we're probably dragging over them, which is the only downside of the magnets. There we go. So it's what it is. That's a heavy bar.
Let's go back to Anna Perrott, who has cast this magnet off a bridge this morning, already managed to get a medieval nail. Are we ready to haul in the second throw?
We are. Well, we're actually on the third throw at the moment, but we've got the magnet stuck to part of the bridge, which is quite amusing. We've also got... What did we just pick up here, Stephen? What is this massive... What is it, steel?
Steel tube from... it looks like some drainage or something. It's not very old. It looks quite modern.
I'll tell you what I'm most interested in.
Yeah.
What I'm most interested in, Anna, is the fact that Stephen's advice, if you find a bomb, just put it to one side.
Oh, that's funny. Well, he said stick it to one side and ring the police if you find a bomb. That's the regulation, isn't it, Stephen?
Anything that looks suspicious at all, just phone the police. It's, you know, the old grenades from World War I, World War II, it's obvious what they are when you pull them out. Just call the police and that's in the local bomb squad, and I'll sort it out for you.
Stephen, thank you so much for showing me this morning. I can't believe I found a medieval nail in my first throw. What luck!
It's extraordinary. It is extraordinary. Anna, thank you for that. Okay, if you go magnet fishing, love to have you on the programme this morning. 0800 389 7321. Take.
Look at that.
Did they miss that first bit then when we was talking about bombs?
No, they didn't.
Oh,
No, they got that again. He was saying, what he said was, I can't believe that Stephen says when you get a bomb, let's put it to one side. I was like, no, put it to one side, bring it to police. And then the signal came back and we said that, so that's absolutely fine. Oh, that's really good, yeah. Love that. Shall I take my medieval nail to the studio? Do you mind? Would that be okay?
Yeah. There's 2 there, all the same. Any square now like that, especially if they look hard, they're pretty hard.
Yeah. Nice. Oh, that's great, thank you. I thought I'd be doing this on a... So what do you do with all of your bits and pieces?
Any little bits like that, I'll just pop them in the bin that's no good. Anything that looks ancient, I'll take home with me and I'll do a bit of study on them.
But you must have all sorts.
I've got that big piece of metal.
Yeah.
One take that out, to be honest. But if I did, I'd have to dispose of it, take it around, or take it to the tip, or get council to collect it.
It's a good way of actually getting scrap metal if you want.
Yeah, a lot of people do it. They fill up the cars with scrap metal. They go around all the bridges, especially in Birmingham, the Midlands, where there's lots of canals. There's more canals in Birmingham than there is.
You get sent to all sorts of different jobs doing this. And it's nice to do one that's actually doing something, you know?
You spend a good hour, you find something to do. Really.
Oh, it's really nice to meet you.
That's all right, darling. No problem.
I'll take a look at your page and follow it as well.
Okay.
That's great.
Make sure you get your friends to subscribe.
Bye! Thanks for having me! Cool.
Anna Perrott in the studio this morning with a nail.
Here we are, Nick. Don't say I never give you anything.
Wow. Okay, just remind me of the story behind this.
Well, I went to Bishopgate's Bridge and in Norwich, went to the River Wensum, and I lobbed in a magnet with Stephen Bennett, not attached. He was holding on to so I lobbed it in, pulled it out, and there came out my medieval nail.
Fantastic.
I'm proud of that.
That's fantastic, isn't
First
it?
time on my fourth day off in the week, in my extra day, I could go magnet fishing.
Well, I think you should. I think you should. Look what you pulled out. I mean, the interesting thing is to hold this. I'm going to talk about history later in the programme because I've had the most wonderful week off, including Beamish. But I find it amazing. I'm holding a piece of metalwork that, you know, is how many years old? 400, 500 years old?
Very old.
And was crafted by somebody may well have been sitting in that riverbed, on that riverbed for a few hundred years. We don't know. And here it is in the studio this morning.
On the radio.
Star of the show.
I know,
Fantastic.
amazing. Oh, I had so much fun just lobbing it. It's more satisfying than actual fishing, in my opinion, because you always catch something.
Yes.
Whereas you can be sat for a very long while.
I'm not
trying
sure
to catch
that's
fish.
a good thing, though, that people are always catching these. It shows how polluted our riverbeds are. But also, I don't know if you heard it, you might be making your way back. We had the guy who found the bomb
I know.
ringing to the programme this morning. What a thing. I mean, if you pulled out a bomb live on air this morning, I don't know what I'd have done.
No, I don't know. Well, according to Stephen, just put it to one side, move away, and ring the police.
I loved his very calm advice
He
this
was
morning.
calm. I would have run a mile.
I like the fact that he also said when you pull out guns, you know, you must always give them to the police. He did say he kept a few there, hasn't he? So obviously, he's pulling various things out of the river that are interesting. But I think you're quite right. The advice is bombs, guns, firearms of any description. Ring the police.
And you gave me this back. No, you have this. Come on, Nick. You have your nail. There you are.
Well, you enjoy that. You should frame it, put it on the mantelpiece. Anna, thank you for that. If you want to talk magnet fishing, 0800 389 7321. It's coming up to 8 o'clock on BBC Radio Norfolk. This is Nick Conrad with your biggest listen at breakfast. Good morning, it's Monday the 10th of September. Your top story right now.
There's a warning for people taking part in an increasingly popular hobby in the county. Bomb disposal experts say enthusiasts need to be careful when fishing with a magnet in case they discover explosives or guns. A Second World War grenade was pulled out of a river in Norwich just over a week ago. Magnet fisherman Stephen Bennett says it's all about using common sense.
If you find anything that looks suspicious, like a grenade or a bomb, just put it to one side, call the police immediately, and they'll send the local bomb disposal squad out, and they'll deal with it accordingly. But with guns, if you do find guns, you're supposed to hand them in, especially anything that's modern, that can be recommissioned.
Right, and there we go, guys. That was Anna from the BBC. It was short and sweet. You know, the time's a lot restricted on these radio shows. There's not too much they could do on one subject, but that was interesting. We managed to find something, medieval nail. But if we spent a bit more time here, I'm sure we'd find a lot more out of there, because that is a fascinating place. Bishopsgate Bridge in Norfolk, just outside the Red Lion, as I say. I used to be a chef there a few years ago. Really enjoyed that. There you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. Till next time, from LNT Detectorist. Thanks for joining in, guys. You'll keep it real out there. Look after each other. Till later. Ta-da.